Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some RuneScape, shall we? Picking up where we left off with our questing, and we're doing Heroes Welcome. And we have agreed to help solve the differences between the Moon Clan and Fremenix when it comes to celebrating the return of V. I need to speak to Alfric the Planner or Freya Loon, who are near the docks in Relica, for more instructions. I have spoken to the people of Relica and discovered the best way to welcome V back, settling the argument between the Moon Clan and Fremenix. I have solved the problems that were preventing the ceremony of welcome for V going ahead. I need to speak to them, and I did that, and now V has arrived, but left the celebration to recover. I need to speak to Alfric and them again. Alright, so it didn't go great when V got here, so let's continue and see if we can make a little progress here, shall we? We're in the docks. Hey, Nick Band, good evening, good to see you. All right. That's what it was, Nick Man. Yeah, it was not good. All right. So you're awake again. Awake and ready for action. Where did all the celebration stuff go? We used magic to get things back to the way they were before, and a giant talking monkey made off with the last of the drink. Oh, okay. Well, I believe one of the Egyptian gods, at least, fits that description, perhaps. But it could also have been, you know, what was his name? Awowoke or whatever. But he's not giant, right? Distro, good evening. Speaking of the feast, what do you think happened to V? I'm not sure, but I wouldn't touch any of the meat he created. That was horrible, it was. Could he be ill? Did gods even get ill? So what in this island, what is this island he wants me to go to? That's what I was thinking too, Nick Man, the Egyptian gorilla goddess. With a good sense of humor that we kind of got to come back, perhaps, and not feel so bad about how things shook out. Yeah, Marimbo. Oh, that. I'm not sure myself. I think Alfric is the best person to ask about it. I'll accompany you both. I think this will be an ideal time to speak to V about the history of the Moon Clan. Alright. Hey there, you two. Are you ready to go? You know it. I'm ready. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, this is a tiny little island. Here we are. Greetings. Do you want to go back? No, we just got here. Tell me about V's Island. From what I can tell, it is an old island where Fremenix used to gather to trade. Of course, that was before the Fremenix destroyed the altars and we stopped talking to each other. This was in the 5th Age, so it's been abandoned since then, by us at least. The Fremenix must use it, or why else would Alfred know of it? Do you know why V wants to see me? Do you think he wants to talk about healing the rift between the Moon Clan and the Fremenix further? That could be it. I should go and talk to him. Alright. I gotta go. Goodbye. Hello there, Tonkor. Do you want to go back to Relica? No, I got questions. Tell me about the island. It's an old trading post. Back when the Fremenix were not so divided, people would gather here to trade. Of course, after the Moon Clan split off from us, it became a bit more of a battleground and then abandoned. Hey, Patrick, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. You know, is that the way he sees it? The Moon Clan split off? Grim, good evening. Good to see you. I took it as, like, the main Fremennik kicked the Moon Clan out because they wouldn't stop using magic. That was ages ago, literally. This place has been nothing more than a stop-off for the lost fishermen since the Third Age. Wow. Do you know why V wants to see me? Not really. Do you have any ideas? None whatsoever. I should go talk to him. It's a good plan, Patrick. I need to go. Goodbye. Yeah, it took me a while, Patrick, and I don't know if it still works, but if you can get your abilities high enough to make wax, I was able to make some pretty good money with that and my player-owned farm once I built it up with my chompas. Excuse me, you haven't seen me, have you? What do you mean? Well, I was just taking a quick stop off on this island when my boat was enveloped in a strange glow. Then I saw a copy of my boat with a copy of me in it falling out of the sky nearby. I don't want to go without finding them. That is strange. I'll see what I could do. Alright, there's a little cave entrance. There's an old dock. Let's see what this is all about. It looks very pretty, but you have more important things to do than sightsee. That looks very pretty. It doesn't look that pretty, but maybe the woodwork is amazing. Oh, here we go. Here's the copy. All right, let's not even investigate, because this is my more important thing. Hello, what are you doing here? Fish. Fish. Why am I not fishing? Your boat seems a little far from the water. Fish are in water. I fish. Why am I not in the water fishing? What an eccentric person. Yeah, Patrick, that's steep. I haven't bought bonds in a while. Yeah, Patrick, Viswax. It was a while ago, but I would make like a stack of that and sell it for like $1 million every day or whatever. At the, the special wax making machine at the Mage's Tower. Alright, let's see. What's your boat? What's going on here? Okay, I got more important things to do than sightsee, apparently. Well, this guy's off his rocker. I don't see any more dots for more people, though. So let's go talk to the guy again, I guess. You. Nick, man, yeah, I don't do it anymore, but it used to make me money when I didn't have any. Excuse me, you haven't seen me, have you? What do you mean? I did find you, but okay, this isn't doing it. Let's talk to them then. Do you want to go back? No, I got questions. Okay, I gotta go. Alright, well, let's look around some more, I guess. Okay. Well, I found the guy, but he's... Alright, well, let's go talk to him again, I guess. Hello, what are you doing here? Fish, fish, why am I not... Okay, so this is what he said before. Okay. 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 Oh, okay. I believe you. Maybe then that left click is just examine, and I need to right click instead. No, left click is investigate, right click is examine. So I clicked on these two, and he just keeps talking about how he doesn't want to do sightseeing. Oh, this cave right here is what you mean, derp. Okay. My bad. This one. I honestly didn't see that entrance at first. It looked like just, the meeting of two stairwells. Now I see. There's a huge person here. Or god. Ah, Tonkur, you have arrived. How was the feast? My pardon, would you like me to call you by your Elderlander name? No, Tonkur is good. Very well, I appreciate your deference to our customs. And what should I call you? Just V. I've been known by so many names, but I always liked my childhood nickname. You and the Moon Clan may think you know my old name, but I keep that a secret. Now, I am simply V. Why have you asked me here? Oh yeah, Patrick. All the time that's an issue for me. I believe that something terrible has happened upon my return. Since I set foot upon this world, I have felt lessened. Yeah, it's true. Oh, is that why this happened so fast? Please don't mention that. I am mortified to have been so embarrassed in front of my people. It was embarrassing. No matter how I focus, my power slips away from me. Worse, a strange duplication occurs as this happens. Oh god. What do you mean? You have not seen it? I took to patrolling the island and noticed that trees, rocks, and other things were becoming similar in appearance. Rock formations appeared next to each other, caves that opened onto themselves sprung up overnight. It is a disturbing trend. It's almost like my presence mirrors the land. I cannot explain it. What could be causing this? I thought it could be Tarshak, a dragonkin. It has chased me across time and space to try and end my life. Whoa, Tarshak. But this is too subtle, too humiliating. He would just have launched himself at me with a blade, not weaken me thus. Is there anything else you could do about it? I believe so. With your help, if you search the island, you can find places where my power has pooled. Then you could help me drain it back into myself and undo the damage my condition has caused. Okay. That's my goal. Why can't you do it yourself? My power leaks from me like blood from a wound. I can only maintain it now by force of will. If I search for these leaks, then more will occur. If you, with your immunity to godly magics, find them for me, then I could draw my power back and close the wounds through which my power is leaking, all with no danger to yourself, okay? Yeah, I'll do that. With my powers diminished, I will prove an unworthy champion to my people. Please aid me in this. Sure. Tell me about yourself. What would you like to know? What are you the god of? Unlike the other gods, I do not consider myself a god of anything, most of the time. What does that mean? Where Saradomin and his followers claim he broadly represents law or Zeros order, I do not claim to embody a concept like that. If anything, I consider myself a god of heroism, but I would never call myself the god of heroism. Why not? Because I've met about a half a dozen other hero gods in my travels. You would be surprised how many people on achieving godhood immediately use the power to become a champion or hero. So, do people worship you as one of these hero gods? Some do, and that's fine. Generally, I try to embody heroism wherever I go, fighting for right and justice with blade, magic, and cunning. As a result, worshipping me tends to involve opposing evil and defending the weak. People are as likely to light incense and pray to me as just cry my name to rally the forces of good, and that suits me fine. I remember hearing at the feast from some of the Moon Clan that you were a seer. Is that not the case anymore? Indeed, I still use my talent to divine the best way to solve a situation. However, as most of these solutions involve fighting, I've put away my staff for now. For all my riddles and wisdom, I have found that a mighty sword arm tends to get the job done far quicker. Indeed, it does. That's pretty much the story of my RuneScape life, except I have a staff arm. Where have you been all this time? I have wandered worlds without end for ages. It would take a lifetime to relate all the places I have seen. Although for all the worlds I have traveled, I have stayed only briefly. Why is that? I always go where a hero is needed, or better yet, where someone to teach people how to be heroes is needed. As such, my travels blur into a long series of battles, desperate stands, and teaching lessons by setting quests and subtly helping others grow to be heroes. Rather than settle down and risk becoming a tyrant like other gods, I then move on. I like how at this point in the story, you're getting into this section where it's like, okay, so you've talked to Saradomin, you've talked to Armadil, you've talked to Zamorak, Zeros, and Guthix as well. And they all kind of, like, a lot of the conversation goes into this, okay, well, like, we became gods, and what do we do now, you know, with our power? And how to reconcile that, how to do it effectively. And you peel back the curtain, and you see that pretty much none of them really know completely what they're doing. They believe in what they're doing, but they make a lot of mistakes. And you appreciate the ones that at least have insight, you know, that they're making mistakes. So Zeros knows he made some mistakes and is, you know, trying to change a bit. And it seems like, you know, V knows enough to kind of take a step back. Guthix pretty much did the same thing and just surrendered power altogether, even though he could have prevented it. And we'll see what happens with the other gods. We know what, you know, some of the Majorat have decided to do, looking into the way in which our good buddy Zemo kind of dealt with power was pretty brutal. Exactly, Patrick. Although I can move on in the knowledge that justice prevailed and that the people I have helped need me no more, I have also been honored to meet some of the greatest heroes of every age. I just wish I didn't have to fight them so often. Why do you fight with them? Aren't they on your side? Nice, Patrick. Eventually, however, often I arrive where I am needed most, in battle against evil forces. And if you arrived to save a town or village from monsters and found a giant like me standing in the ruins, what would you think? Good point. Fortunately, the forces of evil always use this as a chance to attack us both. Then we can iron out the confusion and fight together. I become quite good at improvising. Let's combine our forces speeches. That's funny. Why did you return now? I worshipped Guthix as a mortal, nice, and respected him as a god. When I heard of his death, I was unmanned with grief. I don't know about that verb right there. I'm not familiar with that. Then, through contacting my people in dreams, I learned of the Battle of Lumbridge. If there is one evil I would die to oppose, it is the tyranny of the gods that spend their followers like gamblers' coins in futile battle. My people are proud and did not ask nor beg for me to come back, but with Guthix dead, I could not stay away. Our people need a champion, a uniter. I know you have done your best, Tonkor, but I can unite my people in a way you cannot. And should my presence draw the gods to Relica, I will use my power to take them far away. It is my wish to just protect them, and not in my nature to run, but sometimes a retreat is the only option. Can you tell me about your adventures? I suppose we have time for a story. Have I ever told you the one about... Oh, cutscene. Oh no, he's just gonna tell me, okay. So I put on my new armor and grew to massive size to fight giant insects alongside the Lizard King. Wow, that was a great story. Would you like to hear another? Sure. Very well, this one time I found myself on a strange world where... At which point I killed the lava demon. The old wizard seemed rather upset at this and vowed to take the credit. You just can't help some people. Wow, that was a great story. Want to hear another? No, I got him. Okay. Great, I need to get going. Until we meet again. Alright, so I gotta go find a duplication. And let's see. Probably outside for the moment. Can I pass through this door? Do you mind? I've put some of my personal belongings in there, and I would appreciate you leaving them alone for now. Oh, he's like, that's my bedroom. Alright, fine. Hey, James, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. Yeah, Patrick, I'm with you. It has this, like... I don't want to say unfortunate, but, like, part of me went to this idea that, like, because he became emotional, that he was no longer a man. Like, you know, I don't know if that's part of it. Like, if it's some kind of, like, antiquated idea of, like, masculinity where you're not allowed to express grief or emotion, but I'm not sure about that. Alright, this is definitely a situation. Oh, there's the V-Wisp. Okay. I will drain this energy, Tonkor. Find a twin for it and channel the energy back to me. Okay. You do that when I'll go over here. I'm doing divination. Maybe. You have fixed 1 of 5 duplicated locations. You have drained the energy from the location and channeled it to V. As you do so, you gain some insight into his character. Heroism, it seemed beyond me when I was born, but now it is all I am. I was born stunted and weak, but with hard work and not a little luck, my name is now known to the greatest heroes of this age. I really cannot think of being anything but a hero at this point. I can't see myself as a husband or settling down for a moment. Is this the price I must pay? Alright, he's on it. Let me go find that twin. Got it. I'm harvesting the wisps. You have drained the energy from the location and channeled it to V. As you do so, you gain some insight into his character. I have seen worlds where the gods have been victorious. Most of them were adequate, if a little stifled. But so many of the so-called good gods terribly oppress the mortals that worship them, and that's not even counting the evil gods and the worlds they ruin. The desolation of Tusca the battlefields of Bandos, the fire wastes of the Queen of Ashes, the corpse oceans of Zautok. Every time I see one of these broken worlds, I remember why it was I agreed with Guthix. Gods and their wars are something to be rejected. I wonder if, V's almost on my side as the godless. I mean, he's trying to minimize his impact. He's still here, but... This is a strange rock formation. Alright, he's got it. Wisp time. Alright. It is sometimes lonely being right all the time. Why can't people just see and accept that I am a hero and doing the right thing? How many despots have I overthrown only for their oppressed subjects to jeer and riot against me? Can't they see I've made their lives better? This tree is gnarled. Too gnarled. No, James, you still do that. I'm just doing quests. But I need to go chop wood for 3 weeks for the next quest. You've drained the energy from the location. The other gods of this world are fools or villains. I only ever had time for Guthix. Who will approach us first for alliance or conquest? Arrogant Saradomin, hypocritical Armadil, insane Zamorak? Why can they not see that they use their powers to hurt people when the people should be free of such yokes and responsibilities, each man and woman carving their own destiny with their own hands, not forced into slavery under a god? All right. Hit it. Harvest them. Heroism isn't about lacking fear. Fear is natural. Fear is good. It gets the blood pumping. No, giving in to fear, that's where the harm lies, whether it's running from a battle or just letting evil triumph. It's a lesson I have taught many people. Sometimes being a hero means doing something that makes you terribly afraid, but you know it is the right thing. I can't feel any more godly energy in the area. I must have sent it all back to V. Let's tell him. Let's hope that duplicate fisherman has disappeared. Where did he go? We don't want to know. Alright, let's see. Back in the cave. V, are you okay? I fear that I am not. I feel my power slipping away faster and faster. But we took care of the leaks. I know, and I did regain a small amount, but now that my power is this low, I could feel something. Imagine a flooded room with a grate in the floor. Now that my power is this low, I could see where the grate is. From the vortex it makes, it seems to be that my power is flowing back to the source. The first infusion of power I ever received. Is there anything we can do? I think there is one thing. Tonkur, you will need to help me contact the other heroes, hero gods, and people I have helped to protect over the years. Combined, they may be able to create a plan to regain my energy. At least, they'll be able to stop me becoming weaker. It is a desperate plan, and you will need to travel through many planes, but the alternative means... Uh-oh. Sakurth, your death? So this is a different dragonkin. What? Dragonkin? Here? And who is in that cage? Tarshak, can it really be my murderous shadow? What are you doing here? Are you the one doing this to V? Silence. We are here to kill this false user, not answer questions. Uh-oh. So... I didn't know that V touched the stone of Joss. So that's where his power came from? Whoa. Whoa. Turned to stone like we saw the hunter. Oh, okay, Nick, man. Oh, wow. V! Tarshak, you still live? How is that possible? I live, and this power is unbelievable. And do you feel it? The curse is diminished. One less false user. The burning itch in my mind recedes by the moment. I feel it. The plan worked. With the mirror, we will be able to drain the power of Joss from the false users. And it appears that it will not prove lethal to do so. How do you feel? I feel glorious. Come. We have much to do. It's interesting, like, it's a little bit hypocritical that they're using the stone? I mean, albeit indirectly, but still. What? Who are you to order me? You are still our prisoner. Just because you survived the process does not change that. Uh-oh, this Sakurth is dead. Miserable bestial scum. You do not hold me captive anymore. I have strength beyond your imagination and the wit to use it. I will return with you, but you will. You monsters. You dare speak to your betters, Stone Toucher? I should kill you now. Leave him, Sakurth. I do not take orders from you, freak. You dare call me a freak? I said leave that insect alone. But... Oh, I said leave him. They are a petty distraction. We have the tools to drain the false users in our hands, and you waste your time stepping on ants, you fool. Huh. Come, we have much to discuss. Do not make me force your hand again. This is far from over, but for now, you may remain uncaged. I like how he's trying to, like, save face. Like, yeah. That's what it is. You can be you know. This isn't over. V will be avenged. Pretty words, nothing more. The gods cannot stop us. What are you going to do? V, you saved me. I won't let them get away with this. Well, we're going to have an uncomfortable conversation when we come out. I should start checking V's belongings in case he had any more information on Tarshak from their encounters. Well, he told me to not check his belongings. Now we're going to. While searching V's belongings, you find an old journal. You're darn right I did. Which taught them all the value of self-reliance. I then returned to Relica, where I thought to spend some time relaxing amongst my kinfolk, but no sooner had I arrived than I found myself under attack by a powerful monster that looked like a dire fusion of man and dragon. I was able to evade it for a time, and even tracked it back to its lair. As the monster seemed to be able to sense my presence, I asked Jorvik the scout to investigate. He tracked the monster past the outer defenses of its fortress and saw it meeting with others. They were of such power that he found himself able to get closer simply because he was an insect to them. He wrote as best he could the sounds they made, for they used a barbarous and guttural language. I will have to take some time to unravel it later. What he could gather was that the monster that followed me was one of many. He heard what he could be my name, hissed with dire malice amongst the babble of the creatures. He also claimed he heard the name Guthix at least twice. What could these monsters want with their pair of us? The meeting broke down in violence so staggering that Jorvik barely made it out with his life. I have vowed to do my best to rid the world of these lizard men, as creatures this powerful can only become a threat later. Jorvik, on recovering from his encounter, drew me a map of the monster's lair. Following this vow, however, I found myself once more called on to fight. Saradominist forces were moving along the coastline, sending before them preachers and silver-tongued evangelists to convert the locals. Those who opposed the move found themselves facing armed fanatics, ready to crush the unbelievers. Readying a disguise as a simple farmer, I infiltrated one such village so I could... Interesting. Okay. Bits of an old map fall out of the journal. Okay. Oh, there's the stone. Right there. Heyo. So the stone is here, huh? This looks like the ancient caverns beneath the Baxtorian Falls whirlpool. Now I know where to start looking to track down Tarshak. Thank you, V. The broken remains of V's body. What's the matter, Tonkor? V is dead. What? How? What? The Dragonkin killed him. They stole his power with something called the Elder Mirror. His body lies in the cave there. But how could this happen? The others will have to tell the others. I'm going to try and find the Dragonkin. Whichever way you look at this, they need to be stopped and the mirror hidden, if not destroyed. With the power of the gods, the Dragonkin will easily wipe out or enslave the mortal races. They will become new, terrible gods. I oppose the gods and what they do to people, but this is not the way to deal with them. The Fremennik will stand with you, Tonkor. Where are these beasts to be found? I don't know yet. Even with that knowledge, I don't think you can help. These things are powerful, and one of them has the power of a god. As World Guardian, this is something I need to tackle alone. Nonsense. What? But the Dragonkin? Idiot. If you say we cannot take these beasts in a fight, then I will believe you, but that does not mean you are alone. The Fremennik and Moon Clan will not stand by while this happens and leave you friendless, carrying this burden by yourself. So fight them by yourself if need be, but you are not alone here, Dr. Incompetent. That's right. V was a hero, and heroes don't give in. We'll support you in whatever way you need. Thank you. For now, though, we'll get the word out that V has fallen. You focus on the Dragonkin. I will. I'll focus right on the Dragonkin. So I need to go to Baxtorian Falls. Let me see. Where am I on the map? Oh, okay. All right. Interesting. Yeah, I see it. I guess, okay. Mm-hmm. There they are. I don't know if I repaired it. We made it. All right. Give me 1 second. I need to open the door for the dog. Oh, the caverns are down the whirlpool? Okay, I thought I was going to have to, like, ride the raft off and catch like I did before. I was thinking of the wrong place. Hey, Biscuit, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. Hey, thank you so much for gifting that sub. Oh, Hermie, good evening. Good to see you. I have a golden retriever. She likes to sometimes be at my feet under the desk while I'm streaming. Okay, let's see here. Yes, Hermie. Very friendly. Good temperament. Well, now, from about 0 to 3, she was super energetic as a pupper, but now that she's kind of hit her early adulthood, she's 4, she's much more chill. Alright, what do we got here? We got brutal green dragons, skeletons. Oh, I remember coming here. Is this where the forge is? No. Like, or maybe it is. Oh, looks like I might have repaired the fairy ring. Elder, exactly, right? That's what mine does, too. My Goldie basically likes to relax and then eat food. And never seems to have enough food. Oh, I know, Biscuit. It's unreal. I've already kind of made the point, like, that I feel like my Goldie is kind of like a goldfish in the sense that if I put too much, like, food out, I don't know if she'd be able to stop eating before she exploded. Like, our previous dog, oh, this was the wrong thing to do. Our previous dog would be able to, like, you could put a bunch of food in the dog bowl, and then she would just eat as much as she needed, and then just, you know, leave it there. Fading, good evening, good to see you. And then my Goldie, it's just like, there's never any food in the bowl. If there's a crumb, it's gone instantly. So that's a good question, Fading. I was thinking about that myself. The way I feel is, I really enjoyed RuneScape Dragon Wilds. I think it's awesome, and that's because I just like games of that type. I like survival games. I like that kind of, you know, third-person action adventure, like Enshrouded, Valheim, that style. I enjoy that. But what's great about it is it's a bit easier than Valheim, and it's got a lot of modern quality of life stuff. It looks good, and yet it has the lore and stuff of RuneScape, which is so much fun to see in a different context. But it's like a different game. Like, there's quests and stuff, but it's not like this where... Sir Theodore, good evening. The best bits of this game for me are these quests and, like, the old school vibe of an MMO, but also like a point-and-click adventure, is what I really like. And that's, you don't have any of that in Dragon Wilds because it's just not that kind of... There's different games. Sir Theodore, you missed while you were gone. V was just killed by the Dragonkin. And I'm trying my very best to avenge him by finding where the Dragonkin have hidden. And apparently the Dragonkin have devised a way of, with the Elder Mirror, of draining the power of the Stone of Joss from those who have touched it and absorbing it into themselves. So it's bad. Yeah, V got turned into a statue, kind of like the Dragon Rider, but then the head got broken off by, like, steroid Tarshak or whatever. Yeah, so this is... We went here before to do some forge work. I wonder what this orb is for. Let's break it. Why wonder when you can just smash it? It appears to be the head of a dragon. It does. Just break all this stuff. Alright. Alright, I don't see anything in here. These things are kind of tough. Now, I'm not going to be making it with this spawn rate, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, I don't have my prayer points either. It's rough. Okay. So, I haven't found anything super promising here unless one of these skeletons has some clues. Does it? That's a good question. Maybe you're right. I'm in the ancient caverns. Oh, thank you. Good point. Okay. Here. Oh, way over here. Upper level. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I don't know if I can make it, though, sadly. Oh, I'm gonna have to come back. Let me see if I can use this fairy ring. No, I have this fairy ring fixed, so we'll be fine. You know, it's not a bad idea to figure out, Alright, so now we have prayer points, and I don't know if I'll need it tremendously, but I could get some anti-fire. Hey Sid, good evening my friend, good to see you. Doing great, thanks for asking. I hope you're well. Alright. I feel better. Oh, the anti-fire flask, no good. Okay, BJQ is what you said. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. I just brought the regs. That's embarrassing. All right, so you said there's another staircase I should take instead. That's better. Ah, thank you. Yes, Sid, indeed. I had some horrifying storms yesterday in my area. Who are you? Kuradal. Hello, and what do you ask of me? Okay, let's talk about you. I'm Kuradal, daughter of Duradel. What more would you like to know? Oh, okay. It is Duradel's daughter. So what's in this dungeon, then? Well, I've been all over and managed to capture hellhounds, greater demons, gargoyles, abyssal demons, Erut, dark beasts, blue, iron, and steel dragons. You caught them single-handedly? You doubt my skills? No. Oh, God, look at option number 2. Goodness gracious, I didn't mean anything by it. I'm glad to hear so. So is there anything else that's special about this dungeon? I'm glad you asked. You might find creatures inside the dungeon drop something called a ferocious ring. They must have forged them from the remains in the area. Well, that's great and all, but what exactly does it do? Well, for one thing, they're bound to these caves, so you'll find it has teleport charges that will return you to this place if you command it. Sounds good, but is that it? Oh no. As I said, it's bound to this area, so you'll find that you do more damage to creatures in the dungeon if you're wearing it. Also, if you happen to be near death in the dungeon, it'll save you in a similar manner to a ring of life, teleporting you back to the safety of my presence. Even if I'm using ranged or magical combat, and what if I'm not in the dungeon when I die wearing it? Calm down, one question at a time. First, it's a powerful artifact and will affect all combat styles. Second, I would be careful about dying outside wearing it. I do not believe it will work anywhere but inside the dungeon here. I like how she's like, I'd be careful about dying. Oh, she just blasted it. Thanks for your help. No problem. Anything else? I did not know that, Sir Theodore. So this is like an archaeology place too. Okay. This is the forge that I had remembered. The Dragon Kid Anvil. But either way, this isn't where I need to go. Let's look at the map. Oh no, it is certainly where I need to go. All right. I don't really want to smith anything, but I appreciate that that's an option. Let's see. That's excavate. Maybe there, so like towards the top of it. Oh, maybe. Oh, ancient door. Derp. Here it is. It's hidden. It's locked. There's an odd depression here lined with what looks like mithril. Could it be some kind of keyhole? Maybe if I make a mold from the space, I could try and make a replica key to get in. Okay. Sure. Sure. Can I get some clay around here? Does anybody have clay and... Oh, God. I don't see that. No problem. I'll be right back. So please correct me if I'm wrong, but is it just wet clay that I would just use on it? Or wax? Okay, thank you, Nick, man. Sir Theodore, indeed. We need keys. No. No, not that. Oh, okay, I guess it's already soft enough. I thought for some reason I had to get it wet. Maybe it already is wet because I made it soft. Okay, good. Good. Roll. Select your destination, you proud warrior. Look at these fine enemies patrolling the land. You make an impression. All right. It seems to be something strange about the mithril on this door. It looks like it has an odd texture. I've never seen it before. I wonder if it was heated in an unusual way. Maybe I should try something exotic like lava or even dragon fire. Well, here it is. Oh, Lindsay's here. Lindsay decided to stop on by. What's up? So, Denolf. Heard you and he are friends now after you did that thing with the trolls and the plateau and the climbing boots and whatever. Funny weapon claws, Imperial Guard like them. Not sure they're worth the effort. Fiddly. So many moving parts. Scarce. Scare value, I suppose. Make you look like some kind of monster. Right. Okay. Oh, she's checking in. So now she wants to talk about a catapult. Good work. Harder than it looks. I mean, it's just a thing that chucks a rock, but it's not just a thing that chucks rocks, you know? It's got to be precise. You don't want rocks going just anywhere. Yes, I'm amazing with a catapult. In fact, I killed the king's brother with a catapult. Was talking to Rolly the other day. He says he taught you how to make multi-cannons. Not many humans get taught that. Congratulations, and so forth. Great big ugly machines in, my opinion, inelegant. Too many moving parts, all smoke and grease. Give me a good sword, just one blade, no moving parts, but the way it moves. So anyway, enjoy your cannons. You're the one who got the lava forge working, and the thing, the fusion blast hammer, and dragon metal. We can make dragon plate bodies now. Yeah, it's kind of confusing. And then she's like, it's strange for a human to get that. And it's like, well, Rold is a human, and she's a human, and anyway, never been possible to work dragon metal before, only able to find it. That's not feasible, can't rely on finding it, always sought the ability to make it. Now, think of the possibilities. Could make anything out of dragon now, providing I get stuffed dragon, I don't know. Dragon cheese grater. I mean, not that, that's moronic, but you know what I mean. Oh yeah, I heard you saved the world from Lucian as well. Good luck there. Yeah, that was... I didn't really do that. I mean, I was helping. A lot of people died, and then the Dragonkin, who I'm actually kind of at odds with right now, killed Lucian. Don Dakan says you made a gold helmet. I did. Like a solid gold one, not with gold decorations? Normally a silly idea. Gold's too soft, too heavy. But it got you inside a new gold mine. Who knew? Yeah, I was launched. Hope you enjoy all the gold. It's not very useful, really, but it's considered valuable, and it looks pretty, I guess, so whatever. Okay, so we've run through. She's caught up on all my exploits. I'm not sure about this. Maybe I need to go mining around here. Well... Nah, that didn't work. I tried that and it just opened it up. I'll try it again, but I used it and then it just kind of opened up this again. Yeah, I was in the MISC section. Maybe I need this dragon metal. Oh, no. No, I don't. Alright. I found the entrance to the lair. I have a mold. The material suggests mithril, but it's an odd texture. Suggests it was heated in a usual way. Well, correct, Nick Bam, but I thought I had to do it here because this was the special place where I could heat it in an unusual way. I just need a key? I don't need to heat it in an unusual way. Just make the key first out of mithril and then return? Mm-hmm. We'll see. Oh. Right, okay, 1 second. Right, okay. Hey, Silver, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. Yes, my friend, this is the old RuneScape. Right, this is not old school, this would be 3. Sadly, the mithril bar does not spontaneously melt. Right. Why won't this work? What good is living in a magical world when I can't just rub 2 items together and solve the problem? I suppose. But the thing that's confusing me is, like, I've got all this heat here. I can't use it? Well, there's that fire. Is it the orb? Is it the orb thing in the other section of this? Please offer an idea. It needs to be heated in an unusual way. Oh, right. I had to, like, get hit by a dragon, didn't I? That's right. I have to just stand there and take it. Is that right? No, that didn't work. Right. I got it. I had forgotten about that. You know, I just kept thinking like, well, this forge of special lava is all I need because, you know, Linza was there and she kept talking about how awesome this forge was and how it was unique and we could do all this new stuff. I was like, oh yeah, this is it. Totally, this is it. All right. Forgot about that. Okay. Oh, there's a penguin. You put your key into the depression and it fits, sort of. However, any imperfections seem to be a minor issue as the door unlocks. Got him. You can hear snarling through the door and plumes of foul-smelling smoke pour out as you get closer. It sounds like a creature maybe just on the other side. Oh, it did drop a little casket. Well, this is better. We didn't quite get that. Okay. The gift basket, indeed. Yeah, my players are curses, so I'm gonna have to switch to, So if I'm gonna fight a dragon, I want protection from magic, right? Or is that the best of my curse or my prayers at the moment? Adamant dragon, huh? This dragon is adamant that it's a dragon. I swear I'm a dragon. It's dark in here. Good God. Turn on the lights, dragon. I want to see your beautiful face. Alright. As the dragon dies, you hear raised voices in the next room. Are not the one giving orders here, Dactyl. It's Terra, not you, Dactyl, gives the orders. Tarshak, my name is Tarshak. You will address me with respect. Why? You have done nothing since we returned but scribble in your journal and issue orders like a tyrant on his throne. Are you so curse-addled that you cannot feel the power in me? You owe me your allegiance. I know, Sid. We'll find one. Enough of this, both of you. Strysath? Who do you think you are? I am the leader here. Sakirth, ever since you killed the false user, you have been just as power-mad as this abomination. Calibath, unless your loyalty too has been swayed, cage the Dactyl. I will deal with you in the traditional way, Sakirth. Yes, with pleasure. You think you could cage me? You owe me your lives. You owe me awe. We owe you what you have given so many of our kind. Vivisection. Nothing more, jeez. Get it. He's like, that doesn't do anything. Whoa. That doesn't hurt. I hurt you. Oh. What? Impossible. How are you still standing? Calibath, what? You think I didn't know about your stash of protective charms? I took this from your chest while you were distracted. You, Dactyl, are all the same, too busy scribbling your worthless notes. Fool. There is nobody like me, nobody. Oh, the triple spell. Uh-oh. Blood red. What? Are you afraid now? Come. Where is your necrocyte bravery? What is it? Is it the curse? Is it a disease? What are you talking about? Look at yourself, freak. Oh. Muscle arm. This is nothing. I'm Wesker, for the popular Resident Evil series. Freak. Monster. Abomination. Vermin. Cowards, all of you. Phalanx, one of the Dactyl's finest minds, will repair my body. This one's tough because, like, they keep saying all these different names and I don't know these people. And then, like, they have, even amongst themselves, they have different names. And then they have, like, different, I don't know, like, faction names. I don't know what Dactyl means versus what the rest of them are. We will deal with this inconvenience, and when I return, you will bow before me, or suffer. Where are you flying to? The roof is far too low for that. Should we chase him? No, let him crawl to some dark hole and die. Okay, Nickman, that's cool. Sakirth, this is over. Send the mirror back to the vault. But do it. We are all too wounded to continue this plan. We will rest and then recall it. That's speaking of that, like to Nickman's point right there, and going back to what Fadingham mentioned before about RuneScape Dragon Wilds, that's actually one of the things that I really, really like about it is that you get the lore tidbits that you're used to in RuneScape, and they actually make sense to me a lot of the time, unless they're entirely, like, new lore items, because, you know, they refer to things that I have done through the quests. So I'm like, oh yeah, I know about, you know, Bandos and Armadillo and these kinds of things. So that's pretty fun. And they go, the lore over there in Ashenvale or whatever that place is, you get stuff from all through the ages, different notes. We will rest and then recall it. I'm going to retire to my chambers to think. You can lick your wounds here. Don't disturb me or seek to take my charm. Neither of you could face me right now. Your loyalty is touching. I will see if I can contact more of our order. Whatever else happens, they must know how we dealt with that false user. I love, like, I mean, of course it would be like this, right? It's just so... This is another fun thing about the lore of these later quests. It's like... The Dragonkin are incredibly powerful. Probably the most powerful of anything we've seen. The Majorat are also very powerful, but it seems that the Dragonkin are, you know, on a higher level, except that Sliske did have that one Dragonkin imprisoned. I don't know what trick he used there, but even in that sense, like, the Majorat just bicker amongst themselves. It's just like this nightmare Game of Thrones political backstabbing, and then you have this here as well. All these egos, you know, too many cooks in the kitchen, even with the Dragonkin. Whatever else happens, they must know how we dealt with that false user. What happened to Tarshak? Did he go to see this Phalanx person? And what happened to the mirror? It just disappeared. That charm sounds like a useful item to have if I need to deal with these monsters. I wonder if I can get it. It is 100% a Crackerjack prize. The charm. It's so dark. Hey man, what's up? Pah, and now we have humans to deal with. I'll kill you for what you did to V. Oh my god. He just almost one-shot me. Ugh, my ribs. Why can't you just die already? Still alive. Still going to make you pay. God. What am I at this quest? This is not a place for you. When my strength is recovered, I will crush you like the insect you are. Well, until then, you have to answer some of my questions. Is this some sort of joke? I owe you nothing, human, let alone answers. You know, the sooner you answer my questions, the sooner I will leave. Bah, vile creature, very well. Tarry a while longer so that I can destroy you at my leisure. It does, Nickman. You murdered the guy that I just met who summoned some really disgusting-looking food. I guess I had maybe seen or heard of V before, but I don't think we had lover of 10 years level relationship. What is this place? This is a ruin. I believe it held some sentimental attachment for Tarshak. Such a weak fool. He always returned to the past when he felt threatened. I think he came here once, looking for our aid in hunting the V user. I doubt he found any. And now our guard dragon is dead, and human filth like you have arrived, and we may as well abandon it once more. Where's the Elder Mirror? Back in the vault. Useless trinket. Useless? Isn't it used to kill false users? The mirror? Ha! Ignorant beast. No, the mirror is one of the tools used by the Elder Gods to make the world. We simply used it as it was closest. Whoa. Hey, Kiva, good morning. Yes, indeed, my friend. I know, Sir Theodore. Terry? I haven't heard of any Terry. So, now I don't even know what to think. They're just messing with me. So the mirror is an Elder God instrument, and it was used to make the world, but I thought I saw it being used, but he's like, nah, we just randomly pulled it out of the ether and seemed to work. The mirror was used to create the broad brushstrokes on which creation could be laid down. When the gods needed a desert, they duplicated sand until it was full. When they needed rocks, they duplicated them and placed them where they wanted. But then, how did you use it to kill V? When I slew Lucian and the curse lessened enough To let me think once more, I discovered a link between ourselves and the users. We are chained to the stone. The stone is touched by false users. This is how we are able to find them and how we can draw the energy back. But the connection is weak individually. If the dactyl had not split away from us, we could have used our numbers to claw power back from the usurpers. Without more dragonkin, our only chance was to use something else tied to the stone and the power of the elder gods. So we chose the mirror. Yes, Sir Theodore, it feels like that. So that's why the island was being duplicated. You were pulling the power of V into the mirror and was activating it? Do not speak of matters not fit for your tiny mind. This conversation bores me. You bore me. Okay. Why'd you kill V? He was a false user. Why would we not kill him? Why not kill one of the other gods? When we captured that fool Tarshak, he had been laying an ambush for him. We knew roughly where he would appear, and so chose to strike as he arrived. Besides, he was only a minor false user. If we had killed Saradomin, then his followers may have banded together against us, and such an irritation is distracting. V was nobody of importance. His followers we could crush without thought. Ouch. V was greater than you imagine, monster. More insults. When I recover, I will enjoy breaking you. He's like, he killed me. He took me down to 1 health, basically, with 1 fireball. And he's like, oh, my ribs. Like, you just do that thing again, and I'm dead. What happened to Tarshak? How should I know? That sort of thing is better discussed with the dactyl. It matters not. If he's gone skulking to Phalanx, he will likely end up on a slab before too long. It is possible the human energy of V tainted him in some way. Maybe draining the energy from the gods into yourselves is not a good idea. Silence. Once we have perfected this process, we will simply drain the energy into more dactyl and kill them before they mutate. The false users will die. Lucian, Guthix, and V have fallen, and more will follow. I know, Kiva, me too. It's draining so slowly. With each death, our curse lessens. Soon, we will bring our strength to bear, allied with our cunning and tactical acumen. And once we have crushed the dactyl into submission, our numbers will be sufficient to shatter this world like we shatter your gods. I'm done here. Good. I stopped it with 60 points left. So, it's interesting. I don't know enough, obviously, and the gaps will be filled in, but they're saying, they're talking about killing Saradomin. Did Saradomin touch the stone? I thought Saradomin had some other relic that gave him power, but maybe we can just assume many of them did. Let me think about this. You know what it reminds me? Like, there was... What was the name of the dragonkin that we talked to that was like... Okay, Sir Theodore. That was like reasonable, sort of, and was performing vivisections. Yeah. But like trying to basically break the curse. And had kind of like been able to resist the urge to kill the people who touched it. Mather, good evening, my friend. That's what it is. You know, it something about this takes me back to the Vyres and in the basement of Dracon's Tower, where they were like doing the experiments and mutations that created those like abominations that Benescula, I think she has one of them, the one that we had to fight on the bridge of the River Salve or whatever. like, there's a lot of... And then the Dragonkin are doing that. And then Zeros did that to create... What is it? Nex or whatever? Like, there's a lot of... What do we want to call it? Not... You know, some kind of, like, eugenics, but it's some kind of, like, horrible... It's almost like the Weapon X project that created Wolverine or whatever. It's like some sort of terrible experimentation going on with a lot of these species to make a... I don't know, a superior entity. But it's not like... In this case, it's not that these Dragonkin... And it appears that there's two castes of Dragonkin or whatever. This is more like the Vire thing, where they're not making, like, all trying to ascend. They're just trying to make perfect warriors to fight. So they're, like, gonna do this experiment to the Dactyls just to kind of be their instruments of, I don't know, destruction or whatever, but not for themselves. Anyway. Yeah, Sir Theodore. Okay. So we should probably leave before he kills us. Actually, no, we should explore. This place looks sweet. You mind if I poke around the Dragonkin Enclave? Can I look at these books? Filled with books on the storage and care of books. Wait, what? Can you believe that? This bookshelf is just filled with books about how to store books. So this is a book storage device, and these books are all about how to store books, and inside it's just pictures of bookshelves in this book that's on the bookshelf. Well, right. We know that they were created, presumably, I mean, like, cursed by Joss, potentially, right? One of the OG powerful gods to have to stop anyone from getting the Stone of Joss itself. Oh. Look at that treasure chest. Oh, is that a white knight? There's a Dragonkin at the end of this corridor. Sneak by without alerting him. Looks like he's got a knight tied up there. Alright. I'm not very sneaky, but... Do you think it's a bad idea to go for the treasure chest when that white knight's being tortured? I mean, to be honest though, like, what can I do to a Dragonkin? Well, I found a key. That's helpful. Not really in a position to fight one. It is neat though that they introduce, you know, an enemy like the Dragonkin at this stage where it's like, I'm really strong, and there's only a few things, gods, Majorat, Dragonkin, that I'm supremely terrified of. Oh. I made too much noise. Oh, those tiles are noisy. Okay. Oh, I can push these things. Okay. Got a little puzzle here. Luckily, that's not very noisy. Well... Can I step diagonally? I don't think so, right? It is, Kiva, it is. Okay, so I can't pull them, which I was hoping for. I'm going to test over here if I can step diagonally. I need to, like, get behind this one. No. I can push this up, but that does nothing. If I push this back, that doesn't get me into the best spot. Doesn't do much different for me. Let me think about this. Can I push them onto the noisy ones? No. That's a no. It's a big no. Okay, I just kind of like assumed I couldn't push 2, but that was a bad assumption. I'm very strong. Or these are like empty cardboard boxes. It was the only thing I could try, though, at that point, Kiva. I was like, there's nothing else I could do except for try that, because I've got no options here. All right. Oh, okay. Where is Saradomin? Do you think me a fool? You know. I don't know. Why would I know? You were present when it was discovered. More denials? Good. My faith is strong. We will test this again today. Saradomin will protect me. He doesn't even know your name. Now talk. How tiresome. I have plenty of time to wait. It's a standoff. Oh, I need more inventory space, eh? Well, why didn't you say so? I got notes and a dragonkin protection charm. This is good. Let me see this. A protective charm that apparently defends against dragonkin magic. Alright. We'll wear it. Sorry, archaeology journal. Day 1. I begin a new journal, for I feel like a new being. My body feels like it is still flushed with power, more so than when I crushed the false user. This concerns me slightly, as I surely should have reached my limit by now. I should possibly visit Phalanx, assuming his lab is still located in the caves that are now infested with grot worms. I will find him easily. He is foolish, but a good route to his master Carapac, we were just talking about you, Carapac. It has been an age since the two fell out over the three-headed monster he built. I am sure I will be able to use them to rally the rest of the Dactyl. With their cunning, the Necrocyte's strength, and my new power, we will be unstoppable. I have questioned Sekirth on his discovery, and I have learned the following. When he killed the false user Lucian, he felt the curse diminish. Not fully, but enough for him to be able to perceive a vision. It was only later, when Guthix and Bandos fell, that he was able to make sense of it. He saw the Stone of Jas hanging in the void. As he struck down Lucian, he saw that the power he had gained from the stone flowed back to it along a channel that had been built between the two, but it was not the one-way link that we have always believed. No, Lucian was already known to the stone, and was imprinted on it as it was imprinted on him. It came to him that the false users were bound to the stone, as we are by the curse. They pull power from the stone and leave a little of themselves behind, enough for us to be able to locate them. It is like they have hauled a rope of power from the stone, which is embedded in our souls. Each time they pull, we suffer. Surely, he thought, it should not be too difficult for us to pull back. Crude Necrocyte's thinking, to be sure, but it worked. Using the mirror as a focus was necessary because of the war of aggression by the mindless brutes of our kind. Without large numbers of our kin working in concert, we could not haul back the power. In addition, someone had to become a vessel for it. We could not simply pull the power loose or draw it back into the stone. Now that it has been done, once we can do it again. I will be the vessel for this power and ascend to godhood of my kind. Everybody wants to... This is like everybody wants to be a god. Who wants to be a god? You get to be a god. It is... Is it not right that power stolen from the stone, gouging the minds of my people, should be stolen in turn to fuel my apotheosis? But first, we need to unite our people again under my rule. The Necrocytes become restless and agitated. I will need to bring them to parley with the Dactyl as soon as possible. Then I will lead our united people back to the Abyss. There, we will draw power from the gods until they are broken husks. Oh, so they hang out in the Abyss, huh? I mean, this has got to be like a real facepalm moment for, I guess, Kiva, right? It's got to be a real facepalm moment for Joss, where Joss is like, all right, or whomever, you know, look, for some reason we can't destroy the Stone of Joss. It's important because Gilnor is like the source of anima, the animus mundi or whatever, and so they're like, well, we got to keep it there, you know, for the good of the universe. And Joss is like, well, I got to make sure nobody uses it, because then there's going to be, everybody's going to want to use the power, become a god. It's going to be a big nightmare. So I'll just create like a super strong race that defends it. And then would Joss ever have thought that the Dragon Kid were like, well, I could also use the stone and become a god myself? It's like, no. That was the whole purpose was, oh god. We have a problem. Phalanx. That was what Tarshak said before he escaped. If he thought he needed help from him before he started mutating, he'd definitely want to speak to him now. I should head to the Grotworm lair and see if I could find the entrance to wherever Phalanx is hiding. Exactly, Sid. So, just out of curiosity, I don't know what the maturation cycle is like for Dragonkin, right? I don't know how they grow up, how they mature, but if they aren't fully formed and have to go through adolescence and all that. Can you imagine how rough it would be? Oh, he wants to know Saradomin's weakness. To have a name like Phalanx growing up as a kid, I mean, that's tough. That is tough. He did a good job overcoming that, really difficult situation, but Right, exactly. Is your name Phallus? No, it's not Phallus. It's Phalanx. Oh, so you're like two phalluses. No. I'm zero phalluses. So you don't have a phallus. No, wait, I mean, my name is Phalanx. Right. Oh, God. The other dragon kin just had a field day with this guy. Well, maybe not, Hermie. This is the curse. This is the curse, Sir Theodore. Oh, hilarious. Wait, so he was present when Saradomin's weakness was discovered? Now that's interesting. I wonder what Saradomin's weakness actually is. I should probably just teleport out of here. I don't think I could do the puzzle in reverse at this situation. I could push this to here, but then I can't get out. Reset the puzzle. Put me on the other side. There you go. That's the way out. Okay. I mean, I guess I could have just teleported, but come on. Saradomin's weakness. Grimy Marintil. Don't get it anywhere near him. We don't know what we'll need, but we'll take it. This nasty grotworm. What grotworm lair? Oh, that's funny, Sir Theodore. Not on the map, I see. Think about where I fought worms. I feel like there's some worms in, like, the Queen Black Dragon area. And then, like, the, underneath the caves in the desert. But those might be, like, scarabs or something. Craft, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. So the Queen Black Dragon that's by Port Sarim, and not the one that we fought way back in the desert underneath the... That's hilarious, Sir Theodore. Oh, okay. Thank you, Kiva. It was a different queen. Big queen that tried to eat you. Oh, went too far. Went too far. Cerebrum. Oh, cool, Sir Theodore. Our weapon is the Staff of Limitless Air. Man, these things are so gross. I am not a lab animal to be studied. You owe me better than this, Phallus. Phallax, says Tarshak. I really don't. You crashed in here looking like that, telling me wild tales of draining energy from a god, and now you want me to help you? I think you'll be more of use to me in a cage. Maybe if you're lucky, we'll find a way to cure you. You disgust me. Where is your loyalty? Loyalty to what? A freak like you? I love how, like, the dragon are such purists. Like, you're a freak. Yeah. Should I next show loyalty to the reptiles and humans I experiment on? Oh, well, there's that. Besides, handing you over to Karapak may soothe the ill feeling between us. If anyone can find out what you are now, it'll be him. You have no idea of the power you're dealing with. Maybe I should let the Dragonkin handle this by themselves. Who's there? Oh, I shouldn't have said that out loud. What are you talking about? I hear nothing. You. I could hear your filthy ape heartbeat. You did this to me. I didn't do anything. It was you and your friends that drained V of his energy, but I have to say this is a good reward for you. So the story was true. Interesting. I wonder. Oh, so now you're interested. This stone-touching animal arrives to sully our conversation, and the great Phallax's curiosity is roused. Oh boy. We've roused the Phallax, if you know what I mean. They are proud. We bears are a proud race. Arg, my head. You all disgust me so much. What is this power? I hope it hurts, Tarshak. I hope it hurts as much as it hurts V when you finished him off. Well, he was turned to stone, so probably didn't hurt him that... Silence! Rah! This has gone far enough. Oh, they're fighting each other. Flame hand. Oh, God, Phalanx. That hurt. You hurt me, you verminous coward. You... That should have killed him. You, human. What's happening to him? Can he be killed? This will be your best chance. That was a bane dart laden with poison. If you cannot finish him off now, then I doubt you ever will. You are all like the buzzing of flies to me. Ah, stab me in the back. Traitors, scum, I'll kill you all. I know, Sir Theodore. He was so large. I can't move. Okay. Oh my. That wasn't good. Okay. Alright, now I see. He doesn't like blood magic. Or being choked. I like how Tarshak is like, you know, hit him. Hit him. Oh, okay. Hey, Nickel, good evening, my friend. Good to see you. Oh, you know what? The music is really loud for me. It might not be loud for you. I'm sorry about that. It appears Tarshak has left us alone for now. I assume he has returned to his sanctum. His sanctum? Where is that? What do you mean, the place I just was? I should ask them for more information. It seems we have survived for now. You're welcome. Did you expect a rousing cheer and my eternal gratitude, Stone Toucher? We live and I have not yet attacked you. Is that not thanks enough? Well, I got this charm. Well, since we're in this current position, would you mind answering a few questions for me? I don't see why not, although I should warn you, I have very little time to waste on trivia. The Dragonkin are always so busy. The other guy was the same way. So, and, you know, to be honest, so are the Majorat. Just busy, busy, busy. Like, you've been around for thousands of years. You won't have a few seconds for a mortal? Let's start with the important one. Where has Tarshak gone? You mentioned something about a sanctum. Oh, okay. Well, sorry about that. Let me figure out why you guys aren't hearing anything. I'll turn it up a bit. Indeed, he arrived here and demanded I follow him back and cure him there. The poor, backward-facing idiot has always fled to comfortable surroundings when threatened. I see he still keeps to this pattern, even in his current state. Where is it? He once maintained a study beneath the area your type call Brimhaven. It was near the throwback metal dragons, if I recall correctly. He imported a fantastic amount of Banite ore to study the crafting of weapons, believing they could be used to kill the false users. Are you going to try and kill him? Do not answer. Even as I asked, I already knew that was your goal. Well, who are you? I am Phalix, creator of the King Black Dragon and his brood. Oh, I killed that guy. Once I was the student of one of the greatest of the Dactyl's creationists, but I now work alone. What happened? The curse happened, human. A perfectionist whose mind burned every moment with the fire of our curse is not someone you wish to be near for long. Heathrun. Good evening, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you so much for the subscription. Yeah, Kiva, so that's a good point. It's something that's so challenging to balance. I'm wearing headphones, of course, so that I don't hear myself echo as the microphone is recording me. And in my headphones, the music is very loud. But I can't hear the music at the level that you hear it at. So it's hard to know if it's too loud. And then when I remix the videos, trim them, I have the ability to turn up the music track because I record them as separate, like the vocals as a separate track to the music. So I always turn it up. But no, it's a good idea. Let me see if I can bump it up. And then, you know, it's hard because I play a different game basically every day of the week. And some games have really loud music and, you know, have different volume settings, and it's not very uniform. So I turned it up. And if it's too loud, let me know. The curse happened. A perfectionist whose mind burned every moment with the fire of our curse is not someone you wish to be near for long. I once saw Karapak spear another of his students in the throat for an issue so minor I cannot even recall what triggered it. I had no intention of sharing such a fate, although now the curse has receded another degree, he may be more agreeable. He was cool with me. What is this place? This is my lab. What's confusing about this concept? I didn't exactly know what to expect when I came here, to be honest. I have noticed your kind does tend to blindly stumble forward toward danger simply because it exists. What is your word for that? We call it being a hero and stupid. Interesting. Oh, they call it that too. We call it utter stupidity. So why did you build your lab here? Isn't it sort of exposed? Not until Tarshak attacked. Until now, all I had to worry about was grot worms. Besides, it's quite close to my teacher's greatest creation. Studying it in situ has given me a great deal of interesting information. Did you help kill V? Who, that false user that Tarshak drained? Well, technically, it was another dragonkin that trained him into Tarshak, but yes. Then no, regrettably. Regrettably, V was a great man. He was cool. A false user, and therefore a cause of ceaseless, soul-burning agony for me and my kind. Boy, that sounds tough. What do you know of our curse? What do you know of being cursed? Imagine that every moment of every day you existed in torment, and this could only be relieved by killing a specific person. And to make things worse, this person was so powerful that the only way you could kill them would to involve enduring more torment to get to their level. How many centuries, I ask you, would you last before you too treated the death of a subjectively nice false user as a cause for celebration? Okay, it's a reasonable point. What happened to Tarshak? An interesting topic. While I would need to study him more, I think I have an idea. It's just idle musing at this point. I would be still interested in hearing it. One possibility is very simple. This is part of the curse designed to safeguard against the abuse of our connection to the stone. It is entirely possible that Jas knew that our connection could be used to make ourselves powerful by draining false users, and thus the curse reacts by turning us into monsters incapable of using the stolen power. But that is a rather boring theory compared to another that I have considered when Tarshak mutated further, and that is, the stone, at its most basic level, is a repository of power and knowledge. By abusing our connection to the stone, Tarshak is open to all this knowledge and power and is drawing on it whenever he needs. But mortals, even gods, can't just contain all that power without consequence. So imagine this, when he needs to get more powerful in a fight, he grows more muscle, thicker bones, spines, and barbs. These biological structures in turn need blood and air, nerves and veins, so these too grow, and once grown, they can't simply vanish. His mind too will be ravaged by knowledge. If he thinks he needs something, he will instantly know it. But how does he know it? Does a part of his personality simply get written over, or does his brain swell, requiring more mutation? Madness. Babbling madness is both the result and final escape from such torment. All in all, I will need to find some more of my kin and one of the tools. This promises to be a very valuable line of research. I'm done. Good. Please go about your business. All right, then. Well, he's pretty reasonable. I mean, except for the vivisections and the grotworm and goo, seems like a cool dude. So, we've made some startling progress. V, who was the hero we are welcoming, has died tragically. And now we're trying to get revenge on a mutating dragonkin. And I don't even know how to kill one, but I did find a little protective charm, which seems to be quite useful. They do, Nickel. And we will finish this quest, hopefully next week. I don't think it's much longer, but it is indeed my bedtime, and I want to say, everyone, thank you so much for coming out to the stream and playing some RuneScape. We're back to the OG RuneScape for us. We will pick it up again next week. Tomorrow, it looks like we're going to be playing some Oblivion Remastered. If you want to come stop by and watch my summoner wreak havoc by summoning zombies and running away and hiding while they kill things. Kiva. Yes, to you too as well, my friend. Grim, Sid, Nickel, Sir Theodore, Nickman, Biscuit, Heathrun, Norris, Marden, Distro, Fading, Kreft, Mather, Hermie, Zetadog, Patrick, Silver, James, everyone out there, take care, have a great one.